Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mack Flash Trivia. My name is François, and I'll be your host for the next little bit. This is Mack Flash Trivia Live. Welcome, everybody, to this beautiful Monday night. I had to double check, make sure it was actually Monday. Felt like a Wednesday. Maybe it is, and I'm still making a huge mistake. No, I'm pretty sure it's Monday, because I recognize that face right there. That's my Monday face. That face right there reminds me that it's Monday. What up, Frank? Thanks for watching and thanks for supporting the show. Much appreciated. You and your team, Where Am I? And we've got a lot of teams here ready to play some trivia tonight with me. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's take a look at how it's going to work tonight. Keep track of your answers using your preferred method at home, because what I'm going to be doing is going through 3 rounds of 10 questions plus a 15-question speed round. We're going to do that 3 times tonight, so keep track of your answers at home using a blank piece of paper or the official form available in the video description below. Do not answer in the chat or the comments. It is sort of a competition, a friendly competition, if you will, and people do not want any spoilers, that's for sure. Speaking of which, no phone searches or web searches are recommended. That way you keep it fair and everyone's got the equal advantage of knowing only what's in here. And I will reveal the correct answers at the end of each round, and so you'll be able to mark your scores for that round, share with us in the chat, and let us know exactly how you are doing throughout the night. Most importantly, let's have some fun. I can't wait to read what you guys have to say in the chat. Yes, it's definitely a hat day. There's a lot going on today. A little late at dinner, and I wanted to show off my wings. I like my wings. People were like, tuck your wings in, and I was like, no, look at those. I'm coming in for you, baby. I'm coming in with round number 1. Question number 1 goes like this. In which children's book would you meet Charlie Bucket? Hello to the Santons, to the 3 Musket Beers, the Christ Punchers, the Naughty Hookers are here. Team Where Am I? Thank you very much, and you are here. Cheating Cheaters are here as well. We got Team Let It Ride. We've got, that's not, Bad Hair Day is not the name of your team. That is just, nope, not at all. I mean, it's pretty bad. Maybe I'll take it off after. Let's take a look at question number 2 for round number 1. What is prepared in a tannery? We've got Codename Duchess in the house. The Hot Mess Express is here. We got the Game Night, the COVID Con Men, and the Calamari Wednesdays. Hello to the Hackers, and thank you for joining us. The Strathroy Bombers are in the house, and so is Stuffed Chicken. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. Almost as delicious as question number 3. Here, that was a gamble. Roll the dice on that. The spiced saffron is made from the dried stigmas of which flower? Round 1, question number 4. How many minutes are there in a day? Let me tell you about Littlefoot Foods. They are our title sponsor for the week. Welcome back. Littlefoot Foods providing all their signature foods such as pierogies, cabbage rolls, stuffed peppers. You can get those curbside pickup at their location. And also, if you're in the area, you could get some of their hot foods through Uber Eats. Make sure you check out their Facebook page or check out littlefootfoods.com for more details. Thank you for all of that support. This is what you're into. This is it right here. Is it bad? Is it bad? I don't know. It's got a bit of a Karen thing happening over here. And over here it looks like it wants to John Travolta on Grease. Yeah, that's what's going on in there. Wow, eh? Is glad I showed you that? Well, have fun with that. Those nightmares. Have fun with those nightmares. Let's take a look at question number 5. It is your mashup question. A mashup is when two songs or more are fused together to make a new one. I want you to name the two bands or artists in this mashup. Give it a good listen. And let's, I can't wait to read your comments. Hold on.
Contact to hijack the frequencies, blocking the railway move on DC. Way past the days of bombing MC. Sound off, movie on quad be free. Who got him? Never check the federal file. All you pen devils know the trial was file. All be your pigs, try to silence my style. Off a ball at the box, it's my radio dial.
Name the two bands and artists heard in this mashup. It was two songs fused together to create a new one. Who were the two bands or artists responsible for each half? The general consensus is to keep the hat on, which I plan on doing. If you wanted to see the other hat I could have worn, make sure you check out the MacFlash Instagram account. I did have a bit of a try-on session before. I own two hats, so it wasn't a very long session. Round 1, question number 6. Which actress played the title role in the 1976 movie Carrie, who played her more recently in the 2013 version? Got compared to the headmaster of Hunger Games, also the mayor of the Munchkins. And when I wake up in the morning, if I slept on both sides of my head evenly, it just ends up looking like Syndrome from The Incredibles. Just that big bulbous thing. It looks like a clove of garlic on your head, or a head of garlic. We got round 1, question number 7. What attribute of a pig does Hagrid give Dudley when he eats the birthday cake in the first movie? Round 1, question number 8. Michelle Robinson is the maiden name of what important figure? Question number 9 coming up for round number 1. As we approach the end of the round and your picture speed round coming up, we have got ourselves, well, that's what happens when you're busy chatting instead of doing, the other thing. Which of the witches was killed when Dorothy's house landed on Oz? And finally, here comes round 1, question number 10 for you. And it wants to know the following. Oh, but before, let me tell you about Above and Beyond Massage Therapy Clinic. Windsor's award-winning clinic is still behind Mack Flash, sponsoring our show week after week since the beginning. They offer innovative techniques and direct billing to insurance companies, so make sure you do visit them on Facebook or check out their website at abmassage.ca. Pretty soon, we'll be going back to normal. You might need a massage. Make sure you do consider these people. Let's take a look at this. From what movie is this clip? I've been saving this one for a couple days. It came up in some conversation at one point, and I was like, "This is a great clip to use for." Yeah, it's a good clip to use for this show. Anyway, well, there you have it, everybody. That is the end of the regular round for round number 1. Thank you for being here and sticking around so far. Don't forget, I've got 2 more rounds of trivia after this picture round. So we're here for another little bit. Settle in. That's it. If you could do me a favor at some point, whether it's during the break or right now, or if you're on a separate device, hit the like button under the video. That helps us out tremendously to make more trivia for you guys. Let's move along. Speaking of more trivia, it is time for the picture round. And this one, last week, or last time we did this, I believe, we had Famous Dave's because it was my buddy Dave's birthday. This, for no reason whatsoever, other than I stumbled onto this and I was like, this is really good. Although I could have used this for points, I guess. It's called Que Sera Sarah. Name of these famous Sarahs. There you go. So these are all going to be Sarahs, 15 of them. But here's the trick. Some of them are actually Sarah in real life, and some of them in real life are not Sarah, but play a character named Sarah. So you need to name it these famous Sarahs, real or fictional. So it's up to you to determine which is which. You've got 15 of them for 15 seconds each. And of course, it starts with number 1. Oh, and there you have it. Those were your 15 Sarahs, whether they were real or fictional characters. All of them represented a certain specific Sarah, and that's all you had to write down. Which Sarah was it that I was talking about? Hopefully you did all right on that, figuring out either their real name or their character's name, whatever the case may be, and combined with your answers from the regular round, you'll get yourself a good score. We're going to take a look at the answers right now, and let's take a look at those and see if there were any tricky scores. Let me know what you got in the chat, of course, and then we're going to take a short break, come back with round number 2. Let's take a look at the answers to round number 1. Yeah, we needed that round needed more Michael Sarah, that's for sure. Let's take a look here. Moving your way all the way down the list, it's 1 point, except for 5 and 6, where you'll get 2 points if you got both parts of the question right. So Rage Against the Machine was mashed up with Britney Spears, and in number 6, Sissy Spacek and Chloe Moritz both played the role of Carrie in the original and remake. This round is out of 12. And here come your Sarahs. I've omitted the word Sarah and left you only with the rest of it. Sarah Jessica Parker. get it. You own a fan. Jeez. And there you are. Those are the answers to round 2, pictures and all. We're going to take a short break right now as you guys let your scores flow through the chat here. And let's compare each other to see how well we are doing tonight. I've got 2 more rounds coming up with round 2 brought to you by the Mixed Nuts, a team of players who have decided to sponsor the show. Thank you so much for doing so, and I hope you're enjoying tonight's game. We'll take a look at your scores right now, and we'll be right back in just a little bit with round number 2. Let's call it 4 minutes. All right, looks like we're good. We get 25 for the COVID con men. We got 14, 17 for the stuffed chickens, 18 for the cheating cheaters. Strathroy Bombers picking up 22. Beyonce Knowles, part 3, the mixtape, 22 points. Christ Punchers with 21. Duchess at 22. Naughty Hookers with 22 as well. Satins, 16. And there you have it. The Hackers with 17. It's all over the place with these scores tonight. But still a couple of chances to make it back with round 2 containing a music round, and round 3 is something completely different. We've got just about, let's call it 3 minutes before we get back with round number 2. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for round two. My name is still Francois, and I'll still be your host for the next little bit. That's what we do here at Mack Flash Trivia. If you're just joining us, you're going to want some sort of writing tool in order to jot down your answers at home. Either it's a piece of paper, a whiteboard, or even just a word processor opened up on your computer. Whatever you've got to jot down your answers, because at the end of the round, I'll give you the answers, and you'll be able to jot your scores like people have been doing in the chat right here for round number one. We've got a variety of scores ranging from the 16s to the 23s out of 27. So fun night so far. Let's see how music treats us. We got a little something fun coming up, but first 10 questions coming at you for that. Is everybody ready to go? Are you? Are you really? Round two is brought to you by Mixed Nuts. Thank you so much to the team Mixed Nuts for helping us out this week with your team sponsorship, as we like to call it. Teams can sponsor, of course, one round 3 times a week for a nominal fee, just to show your support. So thank you very much to Mixed Nuts and all of your team members. You guys are nuts. Oh, I had to say it. All right, here goes round two, question number uno dos. Tres Cuatro. Who wore the pink uniform on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's? Round two, question number 2 is your lucky question of the round. The film The Prestige, starring Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, involves 2 men in what profession? Round two, question number 3, and I do hope there's a conversation happening right now as to who one of the Sarahs was in the round, and it's pretty interesting if you haven't made it there, but please, if anybody can lend a hand, please do. Round 3, question number 3, yes. What is the medical name for chickenpox? Bring this beat up a little bit. It's Monday night after all. Yeah. Round 2, question number 4. Oriza sativa is the scientific name for what staple food item? Hey, let me thank Claudia Castellon. Claudia is a representative for Epicure, independent Epicure consultant. Epicure is a Canadian company offering a wide range of wholesome spices, seasoning blends, and time-saving cookware. Everything is gluten-free, nut-free, free of artificial flavors, sweeteners, preservatives, all that's great and all that. I gotta say, I have a ton of this stuff, and it's regardless of all that cool stuff that I just said, it's really good and it's super useful, and I use it all the time. So you can check out the products and learn more by joining Claudia's Epicure Facebook group. All you got to check out is Claudia's Epic Pantry Plus. And thank you very much to Claudia for supporting Mac Flash Trivia tonight and all week, with your not only your sponsorship, but also all the delicious stuff I put on my dinner tonight. So there you have that. Let's take a look at the question that comes with that. It is your backwards clip. I'm going to play a clip of a song for you backwards. All you have to do is listen and tell me, what song did you just hear backwards? All right, what song did you just hear backwards? That's what we wanted to know. Round 2, question number 6. In the film Ted, who plays Laurie, John's girlfriend? Round 2, question number 7 comes up right now for round number 2, because that is round 2, question 7, so it comes up for round 2 because that's what it does. In what classic story would you find the character of Edmond Dantes? Round 2, question number 8. What does DC stand for in Washington, D.C.? Question number 9 comes up for round number 2 as we approach the end. What was the name of the first dog in space? Tell you what, I don't know what his name was, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't happy to be there. Thank you to the Oxley Estate Winery for helping us out again and sponsoring our show. They're doing something really cool for Father's Day. They have a special on both days, different one. They have a drive-up oyster bar for Father's Day on Saturday, where basically they'll bring you oysters and you'll eat them from the comfort of your car. And then they have a curbside pickup of rib dinner for 4 on Sunday. So there you go. Thanks to Carrie Madison and the whole gang over at Oxley for helping out Mac Flash Trivia once again. Really appreciate having you along for the ride. Let's take a look at your next question. That would be your puzzle question of the night. It is a chain gang. If you do enjoy those, make sure you tune in Fridays at 8 for Seriously Trivia, where you get a lot more of these puzzle type questions. For example, this one on the next page, I'm going to give you 5 words. The 3 in the middle contain blanks, and those are the ones I want you to figure out. Now, the trick is that you can use each word with the next to form a common expression or saying. For example, here we've got black beauty, beauty sleep, sleep tight, tight spot. So you're going to have to do that on the next screen, and you'll get a point for each word you get correct. So let's take a look at the chain gang for this week. It goes like this. And there you have it. That is the end of the regular round for round number 2. Your 10 questions were right there. And we've got another speed round coming right up, all music themed for you. Once again, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. It's incredible how many people watch and have not subscribed yet. So please do that, and that'll help us make more trivia every day, which sounds really challenging, but I like it. It's a lot of fun. Let's take a look at your next round coming up. It is your speed round for number 2. It is, as always, music themed, and it is going to be one of those fill in the blanks, but it's going to kind of move around a little bit. This one is called Feature Presentation. What I want you to do is fill in the blank with either the song title, the main artist, or the featured artist as required by the position of that blank. You'll have enough detail to figure out what song I'm talking about, and a lot of them were with featuring artists. Sometimes you don't even know, which one is the main artist, which one's featuring. Well, in this case, I did some of that work for you. All you got to do is fill in the missing information for each of these songs. You've got 25 seconds per, and you've got 15 of them to do. So let's get started right now with number 1. Let Me Blow Your Mind was by who, featuring Gwen Stefani? What was a collaboration between Jason Mraz and Colby Calais? Telephone was by Lady Gaga featuring who? Give In To Me was by who, featuring Slash? Smooth was by who, featuring Rob Thomas? This question is easy no matter where you put that blank. Number 6, While My Guitar Gently Weeps was by the Beatles, featuring who? Number 7, Virginia Moon was a hit for who, featuring Norah Jones? Bring the Noise was a hit for who, featuring Anthrax? Number 9, what song was by Queen featuring David Bowie? Number 10, The Girl Is Mine was by Michael Jackson featuring who? Number 11, what song was a hit for Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera? Number 12, One Sweet Day was a song by Mariah Carey featuring who? Number 13, let me just give you the answer. Gonna do, right? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know what's funny? I got a few seconds here. I actually thought of the last time I did this, and Andrew was like, hey, giving us the answers in this one, and I thought of that today, and there you go. Well, fine, here's this. What song was a hit for Paul McCartney featuring Michael Jackson? Yay, one. And finally, 15. The Saints Are Coming was a collaboration between what band and U2? Well, there you have it. That's your round 2 speed round and all, and free point to everyone for that Aerosmith question. There were some good ideas. Name the album, if you will. That could be another challenge you could give yourself at home. But in the official points that we're going to give ourselves for this chat, everyone gets a free point. That way, that's the policy we adopted last time, and that's what we're going to have to stick to. So, free point on that one. Let's take a look at the answers coming up for that round number 2 and the speed round that we just did. Afterwards, we're coming back with round number 3, so make sure you do, of course, stick around. 10 more questions and another speed round, and of course, the shot of the night coming up at round 3, question number 3, so get that ready during the break. I will reiterate that once we get through the answers. Let's take a look. And looking down the list, we were looking at 1 point all the way. Even for number 5, we just wanted the name of the song, Shiny Happy People. And number 10 is the one where you'll get 1 point for each. Top Dog Gone. And that's it. So this round is out of 12 points. Number 2, if you answered Magician, Illusionist, something to that effect. That's what I was looking for. And a beautiful 12 out of 12 to the Naughty Hookers. That is worth a mention. Keep track, of course, of all of your scores. Let us know in the chat what you did. Keep track of your totals as well. It's fun to see what happens at the end of the rounds and at the end of the game. Illusions, Michael. Well, here we go. We've got the entire information here, as we normally do with a full listing. All you had to do was fill in the blanks that I was looking for. We had Eve, Lucky, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, and Santana. That's right, Mr. Slash, Mr. Saul Hudson plays guitar on Give In To Me by Michael Jackson. Not the first legendary guitarist to appear on a Michael Jackson track, of course. Plenty. And speaking of featured guitarist, Eric Clapton features on guitar in the Beatles' While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Virginia Moon is a mesmerizing song by the Foo Fighters featuring Norah Jones when they were going through that acoustic phase. Bring the Noise, THA, is the one with Public Enemy and Anthrax. Bring the Noise is the original, apparently. Under Pressure by Queen featuring David Bowie. And The Girl Is Mine, not the only collaboration between Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney on this list. Yeah, Carrie, that's a very good idea. Normally, I put them in all caps, and I completely forgot to do it this time, which is why I'm reading through them right now instead of just letting you enjoy them. Yeah, so it was Moves Like Jagger that we were looking for. One Sweet Day featured Boyz II Men. Number 13, it was brought up that technically is wrong. It's technically Run DMC featuring Aerosmith, because there's either Walk This Way with Aerosmith, by Aerosmith, or Walk This Way by Run DMC featuring Aerosmith. So there you go, which is kind of weird. It is, I guess they're together. It's collaboration. There's your second Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson song, Say, Say, Say. And the Saints Are Coming, Green Day and U2, maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago. And I'm being generous. Where am I? What's going on? Who is this? Who am I? We got round 3 coming up, brought to you by Team Where Am I. Thank you again to you for your sponsorship. Much appreciated. If I'm to well understood, this is possibly a challenge maybe that was given, and I'm glad to see someone rise to the challenge. So Frank, thank you for your support to you and your team. You are the sponsors of round number 3 coming up in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break right now. Get your shot together, whether it's whether it's whiskey, wheatgrass, or water. Just a question of doing a shot together. So get that ready for round 3, question 3. We'll be back in, let's call it 3 minutes for round number 3. 3 minutes, round 3, like I said last time. What? Hey everybody, before we get back to round number 3, let me remind you about a couple of new things happening on the Mack Flash channel, such as the Mack Flash 5, a new show that you can watch where the Mack Flash team discusses their top 5 movies based on a certain topic. We invite you, of course, to chime in the comments and let us know what that top 5 is for comparison's sake. We did top 5 sports movies last week, and this week you're looking at top 5 true story movies, whether it's a full-on biopic or inspired by true events, that's what we are looking at for that. I'm just getting a message here that maybe, okay, it looks like we might be all right there, but internet might be acting up. Make sure you do check out the Mack Flash 5. I'll be posting the link tonight in the chat, so those of you who are here will get exclusive access, early access to this week's episode. Otherwise, it goes out tomorrow morning on YouTube as well, and then you'll get the companion piece, the quickie that goes along with it, tomorrow night at 7, where we'll be bringing you a quiz based on the movies that we each picked in our top 5 true story movies. So that's what's coming up tomorrow on Tuesday, and a lot more coming up in the rest of the week, but we'll talk about that later. That's what we're going to do. Let's take a look at what's Game Lounge. Ooh, I'll talk about Games Lounge. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's get going though with round number 3, and we can chat about the other shows during the questions. Round 3 brought to you by Team Where Am I? Where am I? You're right here on the Mack Flash YouTube channel. It looks like it froze, right? Because I try to freak you out because of the whole internet thing I said. Anyway, thank you very much for supporting us. This is what you got yourself into. Let's take a look at this round number 3. Question number 1. Looking at this one right here. Who directed Cop Out, a comedy flick with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan? Round 3, question number 2 coming up right now for round number 3. 4th in size in the world. What is the largest island in the Indian Ocean? Of course, there's the moment I fake organ, there's no organ. Title of my sex tape. Well, there you have it, everybody. That's round 3, question number 3, which means there it is. It's time for the shot of the night. Thank you very much for joining in on this if you are. And like I say, it's a wheatgrass, whiskey, or water, in whatever order I normally say it in. That's the whole point, is to do a shot together, to come together in an act of conviviality, as they say. It's a coming together in this one moment to be together. So there you have it. This is my cheers to you. This one goes out to the Mack Flash team for having my back since day 1 when we started this, and they're still here now. We got plenty of stuff happening. I'll tell you about the Games Lounge after. Cheers to you guys and to everybody else's help. That is delicious. It even shot out my nose like a dragon there for a second. Hoo-wee. Ooh. All right, let's take a look. Round 3, question 3, your boozy question. A cocktail made of tequila, orange juice, and grenadine syrup shares its name with a song by the Eagles and Cypress Hill. What is it? Yes, of course, feel free to send your pictures of yourself doing the shot, drinking the shot, cheersing, of course. I love when I get those notifications after the show telling me that people have taken those photos. They're always great to see. Round 3, question number 4, Quattro, coming up right now. What famous author, known more for his spy novels, wrote the children's book Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Thank you to Black's Bakery for supporting us. I know you might have noticed that one of the ads was just a picture of bread. Although we are big advocates of bread here at Mack Flash Trivia, we wanted to specifically say a shout out to Black's Bakery for sponsoring us this week. They've been owned and operated by the Black family for over 100 years. They specialize in fresh baked breads, cakes, pastries, and other baked goods, just like Grandma used to make. Located at 1022 Langlois in Windsor, currently open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays 9 till 2. Make sure you follow them on Facebook. They seem to be posting a lot of updates up there. So thank you very much to Black's Bakery for all that. Awesome. First of all, for the chance to be able to put all this bread on the screen, but also to put this bread into Mack Flash and bring these fine people trivia. Oh, see what I did there? I used bread in 2 ways of the word. Yeah, I know. It's subtle. Listen up, everybody. This is your next and final audio clip of the night. It's an 8-bit cover of what popular song is the question? Listen up to this clip. Langlois. All right, let's listen. Once again, this is an 8-bit cover of what popular song? Yes, that's right. We're gonna withhold comment until questions are done. Let's take a look at question number 6 for round number 3. What U.S. state has the highest population? Round 3, question number 7 is upon us. In the film We're the Millers, why did David need a fake family? I always forget how funny this movie is. In the film We're the Millers, why did David need a fake family? Round 3, question number 8. True or false, if properly sealed, honey will never spoil? We got question number 9 coming up as we approach the end of the round in your final speed round. What game show did Breaking Bad star Aaron Paul appear on as a contestant before his rise to fame? Thank you once again to 2 teams who decided to sponsor us this week randomly. Sometimes we get these teams that just join us and say, listen, we would just want to, sponsor and throw you a little something. What can we do? And so they become the round sponsors like this. We got Team Where Am I and Teamed Mixed Nuts, both very much appreciated for all of your participation, and we'll be seeing your lovely faces and nuts on this screen all week. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Let's take a look at your question number 10. Finally, it's a multimedia question. Name the song and artist to which Napoleon Dynamite performs this dance number. You'll get 1 point each if you can identify the song and the artist to which Napoleon Dynamite performs this dance number in the movie. And there you have it. That is the end of the regular round for round number 3. Again, thank you for joining us for Mack Flash Trivia Live tonight on Monday. We'll be back, of course, Wednesday at 7 with another show. And then you can join us on Friday for Seriously Trivia. And that's at 8 o'clock. More puzzles in that one. A lot more themes, faster paced. Kind of a game show sort of, feel to it. We were talking about the other shows that we've got. Of course, the Mack Flash 5 premiering tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., followed by its companion quiz at 7 o'clock or 12 hours later almost that day. And I will be releasing a exclusive link for you guys, an early access link and excess link, because wait till you see how loaded I was in this episode. You live, you learn, and that's what's going on. Speaking of which, you want to check out the Games Lounge. Somebody was asking about that. What is the Games Lounge? We wanted to play games together, the Mack Flash team and I, but everyone was just tired of writing trivia. So we came up with this idea where I was like, hey, why don't we take these board games that we already have, and just everybody comes in with one deck randomly of whatever it's going to be. We pick one card and everyone takes their turn hosting this, so you guys can play along as well. We post your comments, you're in the chat, we post them on the screen. We have all sorts of fun like that. It is kind of a low-key sort of second after hours trivia sort of show. So make sure you do check out the Games Lounge. The old episodes are up on the channel as well, and we're getting ready to have some guests guests as well. We want to get our footing down, but we want to have some guests on the show, and I think we're very, very close. So those of you who are regulars in the show, get yourselves ready, because you may be appearing on the Games Lounge or in the Games Lounge very, very soon. All right, let's keep going with your final speed round. We're talking about this one. This one completely out of the pop culture realm. It is called Isonation, to contrast with our isolation. Name the country for each 2-letter code given. Straight up 15 questions about geography. All you got to do is give me the country for each 2-letter code given here. You've got plenty of time to do so. Let's go. And there you have it. That is the end of the speed round for round number 3, the end of the game as we know it. Hopefully you had someone who is well traveled on your team and was able to figure out those country codes. If you are if you really enjoyed that, we do have a game as well at Seriously Trivia where not only for the 2 letters, not only do you have to identify the country code, but also the chemical element that belongs to that letter 2-letter abbreviation. If that's something that's interesting to you, make sure you do check it out on Friday at 8 o'clock. Seriously Trivia. I'm not guaranteeing that game will be there, but now that I said it, I might as well do it, right? You know what I mean? Otherwise, well, that's it for the game. That's it. Lock in your answers. We're going to take a look at your the correct answers right now. You can mark your sheet, share your score in the chat. Let's take a good look. That was a bit of a rougher one. Some obvious countries in there, but I did take Canada out and replaced it with something a little more challenging. Let's take a look at what you guys came up with. First of all, round 3. And a little bit of Weezer to be... I'm trying to be cheeky there. I was trying to be cheeky, but I did come upon it by accident, and I thought, well, I got to use it now. I got to use it. And the only really 2-point answer, number 10, Canned Heat by Jamiroquai. Yes, that is out of 11 points for this one. And here they are, the countries we were looking for in this ISO Nation list. These were the countries we wanted for those 2-letter country codes. Thank you to everyone joining us at the last minute right now, taking a look at the answers. Unfortunately, yes, that is the end of the game, but we will be back Wednesday live at 7 o'clock with 3 more rounds. It's a great hour and a half to just sit back and get entertained while you work your mind. You can also take a look around our channel. That's the Mac Flash YouTube channel for all sorts of different quizzes and trivia about pop culture, general knowledge, and sports. All of it just sitting there ready for you to play. Someone did the math. We have over 150 videos on our channel. And finally, your last 5 countries for this ISO Nation. ISO, of course, being the International Standards Organization, and the ISO codes, ISO codes, for those were the 2-letter codes. That's the name of those 2-letter abbreviations for each country. Let us know what you got for the round, but also let us know what you got for the game. I am going to be putting the link right now, and I'll put it in again in the chat for the Mac Flash 5 True Story Edition. You know, it's our 2nd episode. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. The guys have some really interesting things to say and some great movies, all based on true stories. somehow. Don't forget, this is also a little bit of research, if you will, into the quickie for tomorrow night, which will be revealed at 7 o'clock, and that one will contain trivia all about the movies that we discuss in the Mac Flash 5. Don't forget to check that out, to check out our other live shows as well, plus all the other stuff coming up later on this week, such as Monty Python, Rick and Morty, and something about LA in sports. And then I'm forgetting some little bit of a little unknown. There's a little unknown, like, little movie thing that we're doing. It's Harry Potter. Have you ever heard of that? Yeah, anyway, that'll be on Saturday as well. But make sure you do keep an eye on the Mac Flash Entertainment Facebook page for updates. You can follow us on Instagram if that's your shtick. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time at Mac Flash Trivia. Thanks again. Bye-bye. So apparently this entire game is out of 80 points. Thank you, Mac Flash Mike.